Heels loose on their feet, baby faces win on their back. Anybody that's been in the business that has that big reaction at the end of the match, that huge pop, and there's only one pop that matters. I don't care what anybody says today, one pop, and that's the finish. I had a personality conflict with Dusty, and he was the booker. And I knew I had a personality conflict with him, and it's by my own doing. A good guy is never an extraordinary human being. He's an ordinary guy in an extraordinary situation that rises. That's when people get with him. The thing that Kevin taught me, and anybody who ever wants to be a creative writer or booker, the best advice Kevin ever gave me was, you have to be able to book the match, the finish, and the return. If you can't do those three things, don't book the match. I was like an auctioneer coming out with how brilliant I was when we'll do this with this guy and we'll do this with, and then we'll come back. And he looks at me and he goes, "You think I'm effing stupid, brother?" And I go, "What?" He goes, "This guy can't work with this guy because of the contract. This guy won't work with this guy because he hates him. This guy's wife won't let this guy do." And then you find out that it isn't creative, it's damage control. Right. I know that when we wrote WCW Monday Nitro, we had 16 segments that were good on Thursday. And we sent it to Eric, and then when we got there Monday, and all these different big names got a hold of it and started poking holes in it, the story that was fluid, when people start saying, "I'm not doing that in segment 3, well, that ruins segment 7 and segment 14. You've always got disturbers, poop disturbers in locker rooms and guys that are politicians and backstabbers, as in life. And we just have to figure out who these guys are that'll do anything not to get fired. If the UWF comes in mass right. and says, "We are wrestlers, we are coming here to wrestle," and Crockett says, "Well, I'm not hiring you." And the security comes, okay, security takes them out. Well, then all of a sudden your top guy, maybe Arn or Dusty or somebody, gets pickled in the back, and then you don't know who it is. And then more and more things happen, and then you have a whole row of guys sitting ringside. But for these guys to come out knowing, and every match that they're on TV could be a match, if you lose, you're done. Have them go to do something to Barry Windham, and then you can have Nikita come down and make the save.
Okay, with a run-in by Barry.
Takes out Windham, takes out Nikita, says, okay, there's nobody else.
Isolates the spotlight to him and says, well,
yeah.
now you got to deal with it, Rick.
Yeah. Okay. And then Rick would have to be, he's put on the spot where he either has to do it or he doesn't look, he's uh-oh. I would love to watch Buzz Sawyer and Murdoch.
How would we put them together? What would happen?
It could have been a drinking contest. They could have liked a fat girl. It doesn't matter. The best thing for a talent, it sounds stupid, but it's true, is getting hurt. When you get hurt, you learn how to work.